Welcome to the Lifetime Assembly channel. My name is Isaac, and today I'm going to help you assemble your in-ground front adjust basketball system with a 52-inch shatterproof backboard. Before we get started, make sure the model number of your system is listed in the description below. This video will follow the steps outlined in the assembly manual that comes with your system. So if you've already begun and need help with a certain step, check the description below for a timestamp associated with each step. There are steps in this assembly that require 2 people, so make sure you have the help of at least one other adult. Before we get into the assembly process, let's take a look at the tools you'll need to complete the job. You may want to pause the video now so you can gather the supplies shown on the screen. You also need additional tools to prepare an area to cement your bottom pole into the ground. So refer to your manual to see what other resources are needed. This video is meant to be a companion to the assembly manual and not a direct replacement. For the best results, have the assembly manual on hand as you complete the build. It is also crucial that you refer to the assembly manual to review the safety instructions to prevent serious injury or property damage. All right, let's get started. This section will go over how to cement your bottom pole into the ground. Since we're indoors, we'll not be able to do so, but it's important that you do. So refer to your manual in section 1 to see how to cement your pole properly into the ground. For the purpose of this video, we'll be using this sleeve as our bottom pole. Add a washer to each bolt. Then add the bolts into the small holes on the middle pole, which is the one with the warning label. Then add the sleeves to the bolts. The top of the pole has a slit, so when adding the bracket, make sure that these holes are facing the top. Take the top pole and slide it onto the middle pole, making sure that the hole at the bottom of the top pole lines up with the slit on the middle pole. Add the hardware to the hole. It's okay if it spins freely, just make sure it's flush with the pole. Before continuing, make sure you've done the previous steps properly. We're going to seat the 2 poles together by striking the middle pole on a piece of scrap wood or cardboard about 5 or 6 times. You will have to use some force, so watch your toes. The goal of this step is to cover the slit on the middle pole. If it isn't covered, do not continue the assembly and call our customer service department. It's important that you seat the poles properly, otherwise they could separate during use, causing serious injury or property damage. Next, we're going to secure the 2 poles together by inserting the self-tapping screw into this hole. This screw is designed to go through the metal underneath. Insert the hardware into the oblong holes on the front of the rim in this order. When tightening the hardware, make sure the bolts are on the outer edge of the holes. Also, don't tighten so much that the rubber washers bulge. Insert the U-bolt into the bracket oriented like this. Then insert onto the back of the backboard in the oblong holes. Place a plastic guard onto the rim like this. Then place the rim onto the front of the backboard, making sure that the U-bolts go through these holes. Then secure with the nuts. Line up these holes on the backboard bracket with the holes on the backboard oriented like this. Add the hardware going from outside in, only finger tighten for now. Flip the backboard over, then add the jam nuts all the way down the threads of the U-bolt. Then add the springs, then the cover plate, then secure with the nuts. Only tighten this hardware enough so the rim doesn't wobble. Next, we're going to add the short extension arms to these holes in the backboard brackets. Sometimes the bolt might have a hard time going through, so use the threads of the bolt to remount the extra powder coating. Don't fully tighten this hardware yet. Now we're going to attach the long extension arm onto these holes in the backboard bracket. When attaching, make sure the two holes close together are away from the backboard. Next, add your hardware to this hole on the backboard bracket. Now go back and tighten the bolts on the backboard bracket. Then tighten the hardware from the previous step. Add the counterbalance springs to the bolt we just tightened. With the bracket on the pole facing up, line up the holes at the top of the pole with the holes on the short extension arms, and then add your hardware. Don't fully tighten this hardware just yet. Lift up the pole, lining up these holes with these holes on the long extension arms. Then add your hardware. Now go back and tighten all the hardware on the extension arms, making sure that the bolt is flush with the end of the nut. Take your triggers and attach them onto the lock tab like this. Then add your springs to this location on your triggers. With your handle brace oriented like this, place your lock tab on top. Then place your handle grips on the sides, making sure that the spring goes in this notch. Secure the grips to the brace, making sure the hardware goes from the outside in. Take the outer tube and remove the inner channel. Line up the holes in the outer tube with the holes on the handle assembly, making sure the lock tab goes in this notch. Insert the bolts on the opposite side and secure the nuts. Slide your outer tube bushing onto this end of the tube, making sure the nub goes into this hole. Take the inner channel and insert the snap button into this end of the tube, making sure that the button comes out of this hole. Below the notches on the channel, wipe off any excess grease. Place the height sticker in this channel, making sure that 10-foot measurement is on this end. With the snap button facing up, insert the channel into the bushing while someone squeezes the trigger. Then release the trigger so it clicks into place. With handles facing up, insert the channel stop into this end of the tube, oriented like this. Place the adjustment assembly onto the pole, making sure that this hole on the inner channel lines up with the hole on the bracket. To avoid breaking the cab nut, be careful not to over-tighten the hardware. Attach the opposite end to the long extension arms. You may need to adjust the height for the holes to line up. Only tighten until the bolt is flush with the nut. Add the hardware to this hole. Extend the system to its highest setting. Then with the closed end of a wrench, pull the springs to this bolt. Now remove the plastic film from the backboard. Place the center frame pad under the rim, then secure with the self-tapping screws. Then add the corner frame pads. They will overlap the center frame pad. Before continuing, make sure you follow the next steps exactly, otherwise it could render your poles unusable. Also, do not continue unless your concrete has had 72 hours to cure. With help of at least one other person, lift the system onto the bottom pole, making sure the hole that's closest to the bottom of the middle pole lines up with the slit on the bottom pole. It may be helpful to lower the system to its lowest height setting when doing this. While someone continues to hold the system, insert the hardware into this hole. Now seat the two poles together by placing a block on the top of the pole and striking it 5 or 6 times with the mallet. The goal of this step is to cover the slit in the bottom pole. If it's not covered, do not continue and call our customer service department. Now secure the poles together by inserting a self-tapping screw into this hole. Now you can add the pole cap to the top of the pole. Now add the net to the rim by threading the large loops onto the hooks of the rim. Thank you for watching this video on how to assemble your lifetime, in-ground, front-to-just basketball system with a 52-inch shatterproof backboard. If you found this video helpful, give us a thumbs up. For more content like this, subscribe to our channel. If you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to our customer service team. And for other amazing products, check out lifetime.com.